Thank you all for tuning in. Part 2 for When Models Talk with Perymon. So we were talking about relationships. We left off talking about relationships. What's for you? What is the ideal guy, though? For you personally, what type of guy would you actually be interested in? Yeah, for you, though.
Girl. Well, I know that answer. So my ideal partner would be someone that I could, of course, not only have like a business with, but somebody who loves to travel. Like, I am such a travel junkie. I love to travel. Like, this whole COVID thing is killing me right now. But, you know, so it would have to be someone who can travel, someone who likes business, who likes to make money. Because I want to be with somebody who I can make some money with. Like, I just don't want us to always just be, ooh, you know, lovey-dovey. That's great. But, you know, can we put our brains together? And you know, can we actually, you know, put something together, you know, for our so that's somebody who I just think that I would click with and just have just some good chemistry. And of course they have to be funny. Because I'm such a geek. So I need someone who is just as silly as I am. Excuse me. So it's always like, if you can make me laugh, that's some good stuff. Because I love to laugh. And someone who has compassion. I have a very big heart. I am very compassionate. I love to give. Yeah, if I could get the shirt off my back, I absolutely would. So I'm a giver. So I can't be with somebody that's selfish. You know, and it's very hard, especially in our industry, to find people who are not selfish, who are not self-absorbed, you know, and that's the whole thing too. And you know, just someone who believes in old-fashioned values. You know, my parents been married for 47 years. So I have watched, you know, my parents just blossom, and you know, now they're in their 70s and they're so cute, funny, they're a little crazy sometimes. But they're my parents and I love them. So that's the example that I've always had, was, you know, both my parents in the home and being with them. And so that's something that, you know, I had strived for when I was younger, but it just did not work out that way. So,
yeah.
But I mean, you know, life works out for different things. So I'm not mad at that. Yeah, so girl, if you can find me that, if you can find me him with all them traits, oh girl, I'll be a best friend forever. Forever. You can find me one of them.
You know, you never know. I might be able to.
Girl, look, he might be watching.
He might, okay, Katrina.
He might watch the show. Right? Girl, look, he might watch the show. Hook it up, girl. Hook it up.
Be DMing me on some, can you hook me up with Angela? And I'll be like, okay, so I know your credentials. Did you fall in that category? Did you fall in that category?
Ask him, girl, look, you a hard worker? You gotta be a hard worker. A hard worker. I love me a hard working man.
Me too.
I love a hard working man. Like, I love a man that, like, you can tell, you look at his hands, you do work. Like, I like alpha males. Like, I love me an alpha male.
He said,
come
you
home.
look at his hands.
Right? You gotta look at his hands and be like, you got a manicure, or, you know, or, you know, you got some calluses because you fix cars and you get under somebody's sink and you can lay some construction. Forget the pipe, girl. Lay some construction. Lay some tile.
I can't.
I love me a hardworking man. Look, and let me just clarify, I love me a hardworking black man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
I agree.
It's something about the chocolate. It's like I don't know.
Girl, I understand, because I'm sitting there and I think I was watching something on TV, and this fine black man showed up on the screen, and I was just like, and there was a couple of them now, and I was like, you know, I just love that. I started talking about it. My daughter's like, Mom, you're so disgusting. She was like,
look at here, young blood.
I was like,
live
Wait.
too.
I was like, wait till you get older. Wait till you get older. Too.
I mean, I love our Black men so much. You know, I think that Black love is just one of the most beautiful things.
Yes,
I know.
You ever watched the show?
What?
Black Love? The show.
No, there's a show called Black Love.
Girl, you better stop playing. Yes, they do. I think it's hashtag Black Love or just Black Love. I can't.
Where is the show played at?
I'm gonna send you an episode on it's on OWN. It's on OWN. They have an episode on YouTube. I'm gonna send an episode to you on YouTube. They put it up there. It was like, and it's been on for seasons. Black Love, girl, Black Love. It's the cutest thing ever.
You know what? Send it to me. That's all good. I love a good binger. Because, see, I can't watch regular people TV, like regular people, because, you know, I just can't. My schedule does not permit it. So I'm a person where you give me something good, I will sit there and binge it. I'll sit there and just binge watch it. And then I'm like hooked on it and I'm waiting for the next season. So send it to me. Yes, girl. I love it.
That's how I am too. I'm going to send it to you tonight too. Because it's really, it's really good. You will love it. And they're showing, basically they're telling their story of how they got together and all that good stuff. It's so cute. Wait until you see it. You're like, Patrice, why? Why did you tell me that? Because I'm the type of person where I'll binge watch something too. But I had to stop doing that because I'll go to sleep thinking about it, wake up thinking about it. Then I'll have to watch it again. Like, I'm the type of person where if I watch a show and it's that good, I have to watch every single season straight back to back to back. And I don't know what? So I can't do it.
You know what? I've learned to like take my binging and I break it down. So if I know that there's 3 seasons, because I also don't like to get to the end of stuff, then I get upset. Because I'm like, now it's over and I got to wait. And with the COVID, nothing's ever coming out on time ever again. So what I do is I'll say, okay, Angela, for tonight, we're going to watch episodes 1 through 5. And then I'll stop. And I'll go, okay, when I get off work, if I'm not too tired, I'll watch episodes 6 and 7. But if I fall asleep, then I got to circle back and rewatch the episodes again. So I have a whole method to my madness about my binge watching because I get like hardly no sleep. So my binge watch will be like, I'm watching, I'm
going to
sleep, and then I gotta wake up. So, but yes, I'm gonna watch that. Thank you for that because I needed something else, especially since Schitt's Creek went off, and I watched my last episode of Schitt's Creek.
I don't even think I heard that.
Schitt's Creek is a show. It's a show that was on Pop, and Pop is a Canadian. It's a Canadian channel, but it had like a Daniel Levy. You know the father from American Pie with the big bushy eyebrows. Mm-hmm. Him. It's him and his son's show, and you know the mom from Home Alone, Catherine O'Hara. Yeah. She plays the mom. She plays Moira. And Moira has all these wigs, and I swear I'm like, she's like the Caucasian version of me with this hair. And the way she talks and the way they are, the storyline is just, it's just funny. It is a funny, sarcastic, just a funny show. It's a funny show. It is a funny show. It's called Schitt's Creek. Okay. It's on Netflix. Mm-hmm. And it's SCHITTS. So it sounds like the doo-doo, but it's not. It's actually, I think it's like a Jewish word, shits, yeah. So.
Because I'm like, she's trying to get me to curse.
No, I'm not cursing. I don't condone cursing on people's shows. Because I tell them don't do it on mine. So I don't curse in the show. Yes, it's Schitt's Creek. Yes. Okay.
I'm going to check it out.
There you go.
But the next question is, why is it important to educate yourself on how much you should be getting paid as a model?
Oh.
Especially as a freelance model.
That's a good question.
Some people don't know.
They don't. Well, first of all, you have to know your market. What market do you work in? Who are you? Furthermore, can you sell? Who's going to buy something off you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you marketable where someone can give you a product and you can turn around and sell the product? One of the things that I would always do when I used to teach classes, I would have all the models go into their purses. And I would say, take an item out your purse. Just take an item. Take your favorite thing out your purse. So take your favorite thing. Now sell it to me. See, look, there you go. Well, I have two favorites. I'm sitting here. I have my Lord Geller lip gloss sitting here that I absolutely love. And then I have my rosé. So I have two things that I can possibly sell. But I tell people, I always say, if you wanna see how good you are, sell something. Sell to somebody else. Because if you can't sell it to somebody, why would anybody buy it from you? And then why would they pay you to shoot something if you don't know how to sell it? So I'll always ask models, before you ask someone to pay your rate, can you actually sell your rate? Are you worth that money? So you have to know your worth, know how many units you can possibly sell. And how you learn those types of things is you learn them by when you work with designers. How I learned that I was good on moving units and moving people's products was on the runway. I would get on the runway and I would sell something and they would tell me how they wanted me to sell it and I would do it. And the collection of pieces that I rocked would sell. People would buy them. And so I realized I knew how to sell. I had a selling power, which is why I flourished at QVC. Because it's something about a model that can relate to everybody and not just certain people. Because me as a consumer, I would always feel that the models that I grew up watching, I couldn't relate to them. They weren't relatable to me because they didn't look like me. They weren't shaped like me. They weren't the color of my skin. You know, they didn't have flaws like I have flaws. So to me, they weren't relatable. So I always tell models like if you want to say, you know, I'm starting out, if you're going to pay me $25 an hour or $50 an hour or $150 an hour, and are you getting paid for your prep time? Are you getting paid for your shoot time? You know, those things have to be broken down as well, because from the moment that I step on set, I'm getting paid. From the time that I walk in the door, I'm getting paid. So if there's a prep time, I get paid for that prep time. How quick can you do that? Yeah, how quick can you do makeup? So if it takes your makeup artist an hour and a half to do a natural beat on me, then you just put in your budget an hour and a half of paying the makeup artist and an hour and a half of paying the model. This is why models who have agents, we rarely ever get booked for runway. You know, I'm not a high fashion model, so I've never used my runway rate because models will do runway for free as promotional. For free. Yeah. So why would you pay someone to do something that someone else can do for free and say, thank you, I'll take the picture and keep it moving? So I always tell models, you know what your worth is. Know that you can actually do the job that's being put in front of you. It's good to be a pretty girl. It's great to be pretty. But if you're pretty, you get in the camera and go, and then go, am I supposed to move? Am I supposed to go? And then and then you want the photographer or the client to tell you what to do. That's your job. That's your job. That's where the model comes in, that you should know if you're doing a commercial shoot, what are you selling? Is it the pant, the shirt, the jacket, the shoes, the jewelry, the hair, the makeup? You know, so before you can put a dollar amount on how much someone should pay you, you gotta first see if anybody should pay you any mind before you start having someone catch you and tell people you always know that's right. But you always want to put yourself in a place where you say, you know what, I'm capable of this. So if you're gonna start out low. Start out doing $20, $25 an hour. And I always say, models, if you need to practice posing, the best place to go to an art school. Because they would love to sketch you. I'm not saying go take your clothes off, but you know, some artists like to sketch fruit, but some people love to sketch real people. They love to sketch your bone structure, your eyes, your hands, you know, your legs, your feet. whatever. So I always tell models, think about those, and those things pay too. A lot of those things are maybe like $15 an hour, $20 an hour, but you're there for maybe an hour or two, and you're in front of an art class. So I think that's a good way to practice posing, but also learning how to build your brain and learning how much you should be getting paid per hour. Now, I'm the type model where I don't walk in the door, I'm not getting paid over $100 an hour. But that's just because I've earned that. Right. But I've earned that right. I have earned that right because I have started from the bottom, literally, of doing everything for free to getting with the right agent who can make sure that I get paid my worth, because I can go into a photo shoot and you can lay out 30 or 40 outfits and ask me to get that done and bang them out and give you what you want, give you your money shot, and then I'm out the door.
I know that.
And on top of that, I'll come to the shoot with my hair and makeup done. So you have to know your worth to get that. You have to know it to get it. So I tell models, before you start pricing yourself, can you do your own hair and makeup? Can you go to a set and not have to feel like a princess diva and be like, are you going to brush my hair now? Are you going to put my lip gloss on? Are you going to fix the strays in my hair, darling? And the client is going to be like, Heifer, no. Where's the model? And that's not, I'm so glad you had this show, because I don't want people to think that modeling is just this easy job and you're this pretty girl and you go out and you cash a check. It does not work that way. And it literally is, you have got to be a model on every aspect of it. You have to have a look, know how to create a look, know how to sell a look, and know how to get paid for it, cash the check, and file your damn taxes. And if you don't know how to do all of those steps, you will not succeed. You won't, because I tell people, being a model, I am a business. My brand, myself, I'm a business. I am not something that, and however I present my business is how I'm going to get paid. So that's how you can deem what you're worth and what you're doing. But you have to see if you're worth your own investment. I found so many models that they're not worth their own investment. And they're like, I would not feel comfortable. I've had a model tell me she would not feel comfortable charging somebody $25 an hour to model clothes because she doesn't think that they would like her pictures. And I told her, I said, well, if you don't think that you could sell and make her stuff look good, then you're right. Don't build them anything. You shouldn't even do the shoot. You should refer that to somebody who's ready. Who's ready. And everybody's not ready. Because you can, some people on a set and they just like my models who I did train, the funniest thing about them would be when I trained them, I was always on set and I would do their makeup and I would monitor their hair and I would do everything step by step by step by step by step. And I would show them, this is what you got to do in a shoot. And then the first time I left them and I didn't show up to a shoot, or I'm like, no, this is your shoot. You're going to have to make it. You're going to have to make it or break it. And I can probably say I've had, out of all the models I've ever trained, I can probably say maybe I've had 5 of them who actually continue with it professionally. Wow. Some still do it as hobbies, but and I mean, I've trained hundreds of models, hundreds, all from all over, different states, different countries, all types. But when it boils down to it, a lot of them cannot take the pressure. There is a pressure that goes along with being a model. It is. And you have to either conquer it and be like, you know what, I'm gonna kill it. If the client likes it, great, I love it. If they don't like it, they won't hire me again. You literally have to have that kind of mindset. And a lot of women don't. So
you have to really go in being confident and knowing what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Knowing that you have the ability to do it. You don't tell yourself that I can't do it.
Right.
Number one.
But she said that to me. And I was like,
girl,
so you killed yourself before you even gave yourself an opportunity. You let your fear take over instead of letting your faith take over. And I tell people, I'm like, if you walk in fear or you're scared of your flaws coming out, don't be no model and don't come to QVC. Nope. Do you know how many times I've been on air, no makeup, with ashy skin, white skin. I look like an uncooked chicken. And they're like, you see the before and after? Look at how she looked before. She's hideous. The after, beautiful. And I'm just like, damn. But I'm getting paid for this, so I can't complain. I just gotta be like,
thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad y'all like the after. But I'm telling you, QVC will strip you down. They will strip you down to your bare everything. And will just be like, before and after. Like, look at this eye, but look at that one. You're like, I look horrible. But they love it. You know, but that's how you sell a product. You show what you look like before and what it is after. So it's just, but some models don't like that either. That's
the best way to sell a product. If
the only way to sell a product.
if you're ever whatever you're doing, in order to basically, when it comes to having a product, if you are trying to start a product or working on a product or whatever it is to start your own business, you have, just like they say, you have to be a product of your product. Like, for example, my homegirl Sheila Monique, she lost 83 pounds, 84 pounds doing TLC, total life changes. And yes, and when I say she turned that into like a name for herself in a sense, because now she's like, I lost the weight. I did this myself. You can see the before and after. She quick to show somebody a picture like, this is before and this is after. And she sell her products.
But see, that's not even a sell. That's a testimony.
Exactly.
Her testimony sells the product. But you know what? We sell products with a before and after all the time. We do it even with clothing. Like, perfect example. When we're on QVC, when you see the host with the host shot and they have, you know, the clothes just sitting there and they're going through all the details. And the next thing that they say is, but let's see it on a model because you really can't tell until you see it on a body. And that literally is a before and an after. And that is how you sell a product. That's how you sell a product. So I ask models, can you do that? Can you sell me a product? And look, and I would give models a 30-second sell. I would say, you have 30 seconds. Give me your pitch. Give me your pitch. Sell me your pitch. Look, give me your pitch. And then to make it really hard, girl, I would bring products from QVC. I would bring products on purpose that I sell, that I've sold millions and millions of dollars. I'd bring them and I would go, here, sell this to me. Now, mind you, I sell this on air and I sold it out. Sell it back to me right now. And those girls would be like, they would be mortified. I think that the funniest one, I taught a class in New York, and this girl, I gave her the tanner. She was already a brown skinned girl. I did it on purpose. And so I gave her the tanner, and she asked me probably about 30 questions about tanner. She wanted to know what it was made out. She said, can I open it up? Can I smell it? Can I touch it? And I was like, you sure enough can. And when she had to present to the whole class, she just went through and she said, and this tanner is made with argan oil, and that oil will hydrate your skin. And she said, and you look at me, look how beautiful my skin is. I already have it on. I didn't have one little bit of her, but she brown skin and beautiful, so she don't need no damn tanner. See what I mean? It's all about how you can do a pitch. And so I tell models, I'm like, y'all just overthinking. If you take a product and you go, you know what? I love this lip gloss. Angela, why do you love this lip gloss? I love this lip gloss because Laura Geller makes the most hydrating lip gloss. And when you apply it, it is so soft and so silky and oh my God, and it smells delicious. And then you see how it's transforming? And you see this tip? This tip is made. It is made to go in between your lips so that it glides on and it doesn't get tricky. And this is a neutral color that anybody can wear, right?
Oh, that's right.
And this is like,
what lip gloss is that? Hold on. What lip gloss is that?
This is actually Laura Geller. It's Laura Geller. Let me show you the box. Laura Geller. Can you see that? My light's a little.
No, you have, but it's Laura Geller. Okay, I see it.
You see it?
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I love her products. She's amazing. She actually helped me do, I actually used her liners for my kitty makeup for Halloween. Yeah, I used her liners and did my whole thing and hooked it up. So yeah, like, I love my clients. I have some awesome clients, like good clients.
I know that's right.
Like,
yeah, because I feel like that's something for me. I know when it comes to me doing an audition, first of all, I always get nervous. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. But I've learned to always move, even especially when I'm fearful. Definitely move, because I know. First of all, I know I'm going to do great. I know that. It's just the fear that comes, the nervousness that comes upon you. That's just like, they say yes,
right.
So, and then you have to deliver. But the thing is, you already know that you can deliver. It's just the nervousness but I would never tell myself I can't do something.
No.
That's just not, that's not an option.
No.
For me.
Sometimes I think I tell myself, oh my God, girl, you just gonna rock it, kill it all day long. And I'd be like, damn, I didn't get it. But my confidence was on 1,010 when I did my audition. And you know
that's all that matters.
Look, girl, I've come to the place where I'm like this. If someone doesn't book me for something, I'm like, that's not what they wanted.
Yeah.
When I get my booking, I'm like, I'm what they wanted. So, you know, to me, I'm like, auditions, of course, we all get so nervous. I hate turning on my ring light. And I'm like, okay, I'm in that little meeting room and I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, okay, are they coming? Are they coming? I hate that. I hate that. My stomach goes into like knots. But when they come on and they ask me slate or whatever, you know, it just, then my personality comes out. And I'm just like, okay, just start ripping and rolling and it turns into a fun time. So.
And that's the best thing you can do, is just be you in anything. And you just stick to being you, you'll be good. It'll work out and you'll get what you're supposed to get, and the things you're not supposed to get, you won't get. But it's okay.
That's right. That's right.
Because
girl, I'm all for that.
I would rather me be able to express who I am and show me instead of trying to be somebody else, because I can only be me. That's always going to come out. As much as people sometimes try to hide who they are, it's always that little, you going to come out. It's going to come out. It's impossible.
It's your personality.
You cannot be you.
Look, I tell people, I wasn't raised that way. So, you know, and look, and I even have a t-shirt that says it. And I have a t-shirt that says, if my mouth doesn't say it, my face will.
I know that's right.
So I have learned just to be who I am, and people either gonna love you or they gonna hate you. And I've had people do both. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool. You know, because what's for you is for you, and what's not for you is not for you too.
Exactly.
And if I'm not for you, that's fine too. But I think that's what people can't get over. People think that they should be for everybody. And I'm like, if everything was for everybody, we would not be in a diverse world. We would all look the same, act the same, wear the same clothes, eat the same foods. So we're not all supposed to be the same. You're unique. That's why I tell people, carve out your own lane. Don't look at me and go, well, Angela, how you become a plus size model at 30 years old? I don't know. Like,
the Lord.
Honestly, I don't know. It was not in my cards. I didn't try this when I was like 12, 13 years old. That wasn't what I wanted to do. And so it's just, you never, ever know. So learn who you are. Learn yourself. And that way, guess what? It's not a sell. You're just you. Like, to me, this isn't an interview. We're just having like a girl conversation on camera. Because normally we'd be on the phone without all this makeup on. And my hair would probably be in like my little sponge browns. But yeah, that would be me right now with my scarf on. But, you know, but we're doing a professional interview, but it doesn't feel like it because we're having an honest, genuine conversation.
And that's the whole point of When Models Talk, girl. It's more of, I want people to get an inside conversation of us, of learning something, number one, but also seeing Angela, seeing the real Catrice, you know?
Right.
Because before, I was not getting nobody from nobody's camera. I was like, no. Most people didn't know I laughed like that. No, most people didn't know I laughed like that.
I didn't know you laughed like that until I actually heard you laugh. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Girl. And my mom was like, I know you ain't on there with that laugh. I was like, look, I can't help it. It's
Girl,
me.
I did my laugh snort on my radio show.
I can't.
I did the whole thing. I was cracking up. I did not care. It was the ugliest look ever. And I just was like, whatever. Like, whatever.
Look, it's you.
Whatever. I tell people all day, you know what? Doing stuff live is not easy. And it's always unplanned. Girl, look, and I told him, I said, I've had the best training. I do live television.
Yeah.
Girl, it's been times stuff has fallen on set. It's been crashed. And we on air just like this. And as soon as the camera go off, bust out laughing but you can hear it. Like, boom. Yes, Sonny, I can do the Urkel snort.
Yeah.
I can do it. Yes, it's part of my laugh. And I'm not ashamed of it. I can do my Urkel snort. You know. So yeah, so girl, look, live, you get used to it. My radio show is so funny because sometimes I'll tell my producer, I'm like, Ruben, let's go on break. And he'll hear me, but then he'll hear me having a conversation with my guest. So he's like, that's a great conversation. So he won't go, he hasn't gone on break. And so I'm on air and we're having this conversation appropriate on air. And I'm doing it with live. And I'm like, let's go back to the show. And he's like, oh, we're live. and I just go, hey y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed all my BTS because we was live anyway. What the heck? What are you gonna do? Like, get mad and rewind and go, oh, Jiminy Crickets, you messed up my show. Who's gonna do that? You're live. You gotta laugh about it and keep it moving.
That's all you really can do. I think a lot of people take things too seriously. And that's something you really can't, I feel like you shouldn't do in life as much. And that's take everything seriously because it's not going to be planned out the way you planned it. As much as you want to plan for this event and this to happen this way and that to happen, no telling when my kids are going to come downstairs and start saying, Mom, I'm hungry. Or Mom, I want this. Or Mom, are you almost done? Like, it's not planned. It's just something. But
look, you spoke that into existence. I just got a text, Mom, where you at?
She like, you ain't talked to me. So what's going on, Mom? I
had an 8 o'clock pickup. Where you at, ballet? That's pretty much what she's telling me. Where's my ballet at? I had an 8 o'clock pickup. Where is she at? It's so, girl, trust me, girl. I understand.
But yes,
so I think
last question. I'm gonna do the last question because you
okay, girl, I'm ready.
So let me pick out the right one first because I want to make sure.
Ooh, there's more than one. You're picking a good one. Oh,
yeah. Well, I wanted to say, side note, and while I'm trying to find this one, do you think that you'll ever do trainings or anything else ever again? When it comes to models.
Yeah, later down the line. I just think that at this point in my life, I had to stop training. And like, shout out to Camille. She was on our live earlier. And she's one of the models that I still do train her because she still calls me every time for advice and that's one thing. If I've ever trained you, you can always call me. Like, you can always, you have my phone number, pick up the phone and call me. And if I can help you, I will help you. But yeah, absolutely. Because I think that education is a great part of learning how to be a great business person and a great businesswoman. And I think especially in our industry with so many scam artists and people that try to get over on models, I think that they need to know and see a good trainer. Because I always tell people, I don't think that you should be training models. You can't train somebody in something that you've never done.
Absolutely.
So I really feel that, and that's one thing that I always say, ladies, watch who you get to train you. Because if someone sits there and says, you know what, you want to do a commercial. Okay, well, do you know the ins and outs of a commercial? Do you know about commercial contracts, about your taxes? Like, those are the things that you want to ask the person. If a person can't answer those questions, it's because they haven't been through that. And so I always say, And I always love training models because I love to give them information so that they can use it and then succeed. I always tell models the best thing I can do for you is give you information. It's up to you to use it. However you use it and what you do with it, that's on you. That's on you. So yes, I would definitely train models again. Definitely.
Well, let me know when you going to do it again.
Well, for you, honey, if you did something, I would come and I would do a training for you. So if you needed me, I would do it for you. But just like throwing another class, not no time soon. Because I mean, I just don't have time. You know what I mean? But if I was to do like a virtual class, I would do that. Absolutely. I would absolutely do it. Absolutely.
Okay. So, looking into the future, where do you see Behind the Velvet Rope going, and what are your plans for the future as far as for Angela? What do you want to do? Like, what are some other things you want to accomplish?
Oh, so you want like my future endeavors? That's on my board. Ooh, okay. Well, first, let me say, I always create something called a house of success. And I don't call them a vision board. I call them a house of success, because when you are building something, you need a foundation. It's your house. And I always say, when you have your house of success, never put a roof on it. You want to leave your house of success open so that your blessings can come down and your dreams can go up. So for me, I would just honestly say, like, what's the best thing I could say? I don't know, girl. You kind of got me.
Because I know you got some plans.
I mean, I do. I'm trying to be strategic with what I say. Okay, I would say this. I know that at the end of like Angela, I would love to have a PR business. I would love to have a PR business that catered to the African American community, that catered to artists who are not on the mainstream. I think that my heart and it lies with the underdogs, because I started out as underdog. So I think that, but my final, I would love to just do PR and help get people on, like just to help people, achieve their dreams. That is my long term. I would say for Behind the Velvet Radio Show, I'm actually in talks for our next move with that. Okay. So you might see us coming to a television near you.
Yes. Look, I'm
working on that. Yes. Yes. I've been speaking that into existence since we started the show. And I always said, with the beautiful young ladies that are on the show, and just because we're hilarious, that should definitely be a television show. Like, that's a no-brainer. It should be a television show. So, and I would love to present my team with that opportunity too. So that's something that we're working on too. So when we go on hiatus, I'm going to start working on that and see if we get my team on telly. But yeah, I love the show. And we don't, like I said, we run the show for usually between 6 to 8 months out the year. This year we went a little bit longer. Last year we went 6 months. This year we're going 8 only because of the election. Because normally I usually shut the show down like in September when school comes back. But we're keeping it open until the end of November. So yes, the show, we're going to keep it rocking and rolling. As long as my team want to do the show, and because I need them. I can't do the show without them. I can't. I cannot do the show without Pompon. I can't do it without Ruben. I can't do it without Jasim. I can't do that show without Bert. I cannot do that show without my team. So as long as my team is rocking and rolling with me, the show will be on. And look, girl, you gotta come on our show before we end. You got to. You have to. Yes. We're in Jersey. Yes. We're in Hamilton, New Jersey. We're in Hamilton.
I'm not far from there, I don't think.
No brainer then, girl. No brainer.
I come right over.
You know what? I'll have you come on our last show when we have our party. Because we're gonna do I'm gonna do another party, but this one is gonna be catered to to Christmas. So We're gonna do it in November, but we're gonna cater it to Christmas. So I think that'd be dope because you can bring the kids, and my studio is big enough where we can fit like hi DJ. We can fit like at least like 10 people, social distancing, because usually we fit like 25 people in there. So yeah, so definitely I might have you come on and you can help rock out and close out our show for the year. For the year, girl. For the year.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, and one other thing. Shout out to Craig DG Photos. He's on here right now. Hi. He took my pictures. One of my sweatsuit clients, Ibit, Bobby Stone, is actually, he's going to be dropping a billboard in Times Square with me on it. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We were on a billboard like a week and a half ago, and we're actually it's actually another one is coming up. So I'll keep you posted. And I mean, of course, I'm going to go up to Times Square. I'm going to go check it out this time. I didn't get a chance to do it the first time, but I'm going to go up there and check it out. So shout out to Ibit and Bobby Stone, and shout out to Craig because he took some pictures for me in my Ibit sweatsuit. It's that red sweatsuit. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's red and it has like.
I feel like I did see it. If you put it on your Instagram, I know I saw it.
It's on my Instagram, girl. It's on Instagram.
I know I saw it. If it was on your Instagram.
Yes.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you, girl. I know I've never been on a billboard in Times Square before. And it's on 42nd Street between 7th and 8th, right by the Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Okay.
So if you guys in New York, check it out. It's supposed to drop, I believe, Friday. That's tomorrow. But I'll confirm it though. Yeah, I'll confirm it with him before I
Yeah, you gotta go down there. You gotta go down there and see yourself on a billboard.
I absolutely am. I'm going to make the time to travel up to New York, go see that billboard. I'm going to take my daughter with me because she wants to see it too.
You have to take your daughter. You have to take your daughter.
Yes. I'm going to take her so she can go see it. It's great that a Black-owned business is in Times Square. I think that's freaking amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing. So how can we not celebrate that? So I'll keep you posted. Look, I'll tag you, girl, when I go up. I'm going to do a whole live.
Yes. That is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you, honey. Thank you. I almost forgot. Thank you. Craig reminded me. He had me here. Thank you so much for reminding me because I completely forgot. My brain is frazzled, but it's okay.
Yes.
Girl, this was so much fun. So much fun.
It was. I'm like, thank you so much, Angela, for coming on and dropping your knowledge and having a conversation with us. Thank you so much. So everyone, tune in to next week's Women Out of Stuff. And also check out Angela. She will be on a billboard again. Go girl. I'm trying to get one. Can I get one?
Yeah, I'm gonna hook you up, girl. I'm gonna hook you up. And check me out tonight on QVC.
Yes, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. I'm gonna set my alarm. It's when I'm done with my phone. But I'm gonna set my alarm for 1 o'clock. And I'm like,
1 a.m.
I'm taking a picture and I'm gonna post it. I'm like, why are you still up?
Tag me in it. Tag me the picture, girl. Tag me the picture.
Yes.
Thank you so much, honey. It was an honor and a pleasure. Thanks for having me back on the show with some good Wi-Fi. So I appreciate it. And
it's a whole lot better.
Because you'll be coming on my show next, honey. You'll be coming on my show next.
Yes, and the Wi-Fi is a whole lot better than last time. It's still a little iffy, but it was nowhere near last time. But we're good.
We're good though, right?
Yeah.
We're good. As long as you're good, girl. I'm good with that.
All right, lady. Well, you have a wonderful night.
Thank you, honey.
Because I know you got to get to work too.
Bye, y'all.